I'm a member of the UK Garrison, the UK branch of the 501st. Bad guys doing good. In this video, I'll give you a look at a day in the life of being Chewbacca at the Leicester Space Centre. Hi, John here from Clay Polygon, showing you how I make the costumes and props from the shows you love. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Okay, Chewie's not a bad guy, but the sentiment remains. I'm a member of both the UK Garrison and the Rebel Legion, both fantastic organisations that all across the UK raise thousands of pounds for charity each year. Link to both clubs down below. I love being part of both clubs because it allows me to show off what I can do. It gives me the opportunity to participate in events that I just wouldn't be fortunate enough to attend any other way. Each time I get kitted up, the look on the kids', parents' faces makes all the hard work worthwhile. This particular event was the return of the Garrison at the Leicester Space Centre. We were on show for the visitors to see, meet, and possibly take the odd photo with. Let's start this video the evening before, getting the car packed so it was ready to go bright and early the next morning. It's the evening before, it's about 10 to 8, so I've got the head, the main body, the legs, always need one of them, food, camera, yeah, I think I've got everything. Let's get it packed so I don't have to pack it in the morning. Excellent. All ready for the morning.
So it's 6 AM, no it's not, it's 5:40 AM, just got up. It's far too light outside for middle of the night. Gotta feed the cat. Just making sure, have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. No. Whatever I have now.
For me, it's about an hour and a half to the Space Centre, roughly 80 miles.
Oh, horses.
But yeah, I don't think I've forgotten anything. I've done this so many times, I really don't think I've forgotten anything. Well, we'll see, won't we? Should be a good day. Loads of people going. Oh, it's always a good day at the Leicester Space Centre. We've arrived! Morning, so it's now, I'm all awake now. So it's 7:15, I've just arrived. Need to find out where to go first. Here we go, I'll show you my stuff. It does fit quite nicely on this little trolley. It's a bit awkward to move though. This is quite difficult doing this and carrying my trolley at the same time. Can you see my trolley? There we go, there's the trolley. Yeah, so anyway, it's 7:30 at the moment, just parked. See the car behind me. Let's go find a changing space. Garrison members turning up early to get their spot. It's normally organised chaos about this time. So unfortunately, you're not allowed to take footage in the changing space. You know, perfectly understandable, people getting changed. So what I'll do, I'll get changed again at home tomorrow and kind of splice that in to show you how I get ready. I'm in my kitchen at home. I've got all my kit laid out, ready to go as best as I can. Please ignore that, we're decorating, as I said in my other video. Base layer is thermals. I know, when I first did this, thermals seemed a bit contradictory for wearing with a Wookiee, but they're purely designed to keep the sweat that I produce as much as possible off the suit. First things first is makeup and contact lenses. I've got very brown eyes, so I've got very, very blue contact lenses. Link down below where I buy them from. They're really cheap. You can get 1 day or monthly. Highly recommend them. I hate putting contact lenses in. I've never been good at it, and to be honest, this hobby is the only thing that's made me do it. Contacts before makeup, yes. Right, now it takes me probably half an hour to put contact lenses in. Let's see if I can do it first time. Nope. Yes! Contact lenses. You know, normally when I do this, it's the morning, so I haven't sweated the entire day, which I have today, so I don't know how well this makeup's going to hold. So this is the makeup that I use. Again, sorry if you can't see it, link down below. So the way I was taught to put this on is if you close your eye and you pull it like that, it's the best way to get it across your eye. Baby wipes have to be one of the most valuable part of your Trooper's repair kit. Next, sound system. So this is my sound system. It does the job, it's functional, you never see it, it's always covered. Yeah, I always say to myself, oh, I'll remake this, I'll make it better. But do I ever? Hell no. I love this speaker. I learned to use this speaker from talking to a Jawa, as you do. Okay, don't I look great so far? Next, legs. So these are my legs. A lot of people have asked me how I can do my Chewie with having such a thin silhouette and not an obvious foot tree trunk leg. And here we are. I made these lovely bags to carry them in, aren't they great? I can't sew to save your life. There we go. So it's covered in cling film. When you put it back in the carrying bag at the end of a day, you don't wreck all the fur. So these are probably Mark 5. I lose track, to be honest. They are steel construction all the way down to the foot. They've got a nice rubber base. It's just a bit of foam in there to keep the bulk of the foot. Right, let's give you a better view of how these legs go on. Sorry about the lighting. I didn't realise when I filmed it how bright the sun actually was. Of course. The tea towel. You need a tea towel. Every Chewie needs a tea towel to put on. So, here we go. So, tea towel over the leg. This is perfectly moulded to my foot, and these parts lock it into the mechanism. That sits on like that. And then I have loops in the fiberglass there. This doesn't look very comfortable, but I can assure you it is. So there we go. There's my foot in one of them. That then locks over this U part here, like that. Here's another shot from the side of the stilt. You can see the high heel position the foot is in. Is that locked in? Yeah, that's locked in place. This kitchen floor is actually quite slidey. Then we have two metal brackets that go through one of the loops on the leg, through a bolt there, through one of the loops on the leg, Here's a close-up of how the metal brackets go into place and hold the foot rigid. It's not going anywhere. That is part of the problem with doing this by yourself, is if you drop something, it's a bit awkward to go down and get it. And then that bolts on with a wing nut. Wing nuts over a normal bolt because they are a hell of a lot easier to do up and undo yourself without asking for assistance. If my contacts go on first time, this is the bit that takes the longest. If they don't, then it's, it's fair game. Tuck your toe into there. There's a leather strap that goes around there, and when you're walking, you naturally want to push your toe onto something to help with the step. So this does nothing to help with the height, the balance, the support, or anything like that. I mean, it keeps your toe in, I suppose, for a flatter lower leg, but it just makes you feel more confident when you're walking that your toes have something to push against. This is string. This is electrical tape reinforced with string, so it's nice and sturdy. That just does a simple tie up there like that. A few times. Like that. And there's this piece. This is, so the bottom part of the foot is for your downward support. The top part here is for your front and back. Goes on like that. Tuck the leg down. There's metal bits and pieces here, so you've got to be careful as you're easing the fur down. The fur's expensive, you don't want to rip it or anything like that. Ease it down a bit like that. There we go. One leg down, one to go. I dropped the tea towel. Right. Let's do the same on the other leg. I do use my big mirror just to smooth things off a bit. What I also do is I kind of ask a spotter just to tidy it up down there once I'm stood up, because I can't reach down there. Oh, don't want to bang my head. But there we go. That's quickly doing it by myself at home. Chewy legs. Right, sorry, I kind of underestimated the height of my kitchen here. So if I stand here, you can see me. But if I stand here, you get a nice bit of sunlight beaming across there. Never mind. I can't do much about that. We took the blind down a while ago. Again, sorry about the lighting. It is quite bad, isn't it? Everything else is on the top half, so let's get on. Next is a balaclava to make me even hotter. There we go. The jumper section. This floor is slippy. Let's get it on the right way around. Ease that down a bit. Still got my cables. I've got a little faster little button there. Otherwise, I can't get it on. Excellent. Next is, what's next? Next is the bandolier. Now, I didn't pull my jumper down at the back, did I? Here's the bandolier. These are actually... Damn that lighting, I'm really annoyed about that. Solid resin blocks. I've got a strap that goes around my neck and again fixes up here somewhere. There we go. That's simply to keep it on my shoulder. It very easily falls off, and once the next piece goes on, it hides the join line. So, next piece is my neckline, which, oh, you can see, there we go, I had to fall off right there, which blends the curls of the chin into the straightness of the body, goes on and buttons up at the back, like so. See, hides that perfectly. I like that bit. If you don't have this, when the head's on, you can kind of see up. Again, that's what balaclava is for. Next is the head. Here we go, here's my head. Here's my head. I'll try and show you the inside of the head. It's at this point where there's so much fur going around, it's... Can you see that? There's the inside. Can you see the inside of the head? No, you can't. Sorry, here's a better look. Once it's on, just fold the hair down. Got a buckle up there, so the mouth works. Right. You'll probably see me at this point getting the mirror out. You got to make sure Chewie looks good. But until then, I'm gonna have to sign off because I'm going in the changing space now. Okay, no, you're not allowed to take footage in the changing space. But I figured that was whilst people were actually getting changed until they turned up. It's fair game. Our usual changing space at the Space Centre. It's a great room. It's nice and it's light. It's easily accessible. Lots of tables. Before and after it gets busy. So, you know, crazy people we find today. Go on, introduce yourself. Tell everyone who you are.
I'm Stefan. I'm another Chewbacca. You can get me on Instagram at Rebel Command Chewbacca.
Brilliant. Here's my table all laid out. Trust me, there is some organisation here.
So this is what I look like before I get my kit on.
But you already know that because I've just edited in my getting changed section. At the time, I just wanted to say the line.
Doing a selfie. Alright. Hi. I'm out already.
You wait till you get out there.
Yeah, I know.
First stint going outside, the first hour the Space Centre was open. Big shout out to my spotters for the day. You simply cannot costume without their help. Pete Mason and Chris Bell did a great job of looking after me throughout the day. Spotters are just vital for guiding us around, telling troopers about nearby dangers, ramps, railings, in my case door frames. But most importantly, Danger Will Robinson, if a small child has ran out in front of you wanting a hug, you just don't see them. This footage is great actually because I'm always in the costume. I never get to see us doing what we do best, interacting with the public and putting smiles on their faces. You never get to experience your creation as you're the one wearing the damn thing. We spent a lot of time at the entrance to the Space Centre guiding people in. Not at all, because it was one of the few spots that day that had a nice breeze.
Thank you.
I'm putting together footage here from throughout the day. It's kind of hard to keep track of what happened when. This is the public's main entrance into the Space Centre, where I'm walking here. duck and a roar makes for a very memorable first impression. The footage that I've got of the day, I have to thank everyone who took it for me. It's really hard to try and get footage of what we want. I had to ask whoever I could just to take something here or there of me doing my stuff. I tried my best to kind of piece it together, so a big thank you to everyone who filmed for me. Queues are an absolute blast dressed as Chewie. I always love them. It's like you've got your own personal Mexican road going along its length, with countless high fives and cheers of just, well, happiness from everybody. Everyone after a photo or asking you to roar. I love queues.
Can I go out this way?
So this is me after my first hour. It's very hot outside. Lots of public though. It's going well.
I know.
Just coming for a break, really. I need it.
Throughout this video, I want to show off the fantastic costumes of everyone else who attended. Wayne Allen and Gary Spate, two great photographers, have kindly let me show off their photos of the day. A link to both fine gentlemen down below. Here's just a few examples of the guys and gals of the UKGarrison and Rebel Legion doing their thing. There goes Dean. When not in costume, I did my best to try and record the rest of the day. There's so much activity going on inside the Space Centre. Little People UK, the charity with Warwick Davis, there's the Garrison stand itself, the Rebel Legion stand with information, pictures and droids, the Tantive wall for backdrop photos, artists showing off their works. You've got to get shot by somebody, don't you? It's just nice to spend some time walking around and showing the other things that are going on. There's signings by Star Wars cast members, the other things going on at the Space Centre. Not just us. Here's Steve and Gail manning the Garrison stand. These two, along with a select group, are the bread and butter of the Garrison. Troops just would not happen without dedicated people like them. What else was happening around the centre? Jawas causing mischief, Jedi on the guard, anti-Imperial posters with Chopper standing next to it. I think these guys speak for themselves, really. Vader out and about with his own squad of stormtroopers. Is that Rey? And a rebel looking far too relaxed with himself. Haha, love it.
So it's the afternoon now. Getting ready to go out again. Afternoon stint. Had my lunch. Nice. Cooled down now, so hopefully. I say cooled down.
Selfie stick.
Selfie stick.
We were fortunate enough to have more than one Wookiee at this event. When two Wookiees reunite. Photo opportunities to cause trouble certainly doubled. A double Wookiee hug is a thing to be cherished and remembered. It doesn't happen very often. Everyone seems to love us, from the adults to the small children. This one actually wasn't scared of us.
I just look worse as the day goes on.
Taking hats from people, making use of what they have on them to make the photos more interesting and memorable. You need to make each person feel special and try to do something unique with everyone. We probably stood here for another 2 hours. When you stand still anywhere as Chewie for more than a few moments, a queue always forms, and it's really hard to get away.
Done for the day. Anyway. Gotta pack up now.
We were nearing the end of the day at this point. I had pretty much used up all of my energy. Probably why I don't have more videos of me coming back into the changing space and getting de-kitted. So I'm very sorry about that. It definitely wasn't my priority at the time. I just wanted to be out of the costume. You do develop a certain love-hate relationship with the damn thing after a day's troop. And here's my kit just dumped on the table, ready to be packed away. And there we go. That's another day done. Oh, sorry, struggling to hold this. I'm really tired. Got my kit back on its trolley. Steam train for some reason. Hour and a half trip home and all done for another troop. So there we go, back at the car. Just have to drive home now. I hope you've enjoyed this, for me, somewhat experimental video, seeing how I can show a day's troop. I think it went reasonably well. The day was great fun. Lots of lessons learned for next time. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.